along with the 84 Miss World contestant to Spain's Costa del Sol. From the Town Hall in Malaga, the Miss World National Costume Parade.
Miss American Virgin Islands
is Kathy May Sitaram, and she's a student from St. Croix.
Miss Argentina.
This is Gabriela Madeira. She's a student and she comes from Buenos Aires.
Miss Australia
is Catherine Bushell, and she's a fashion model from Sydney.
Miss Austria.
This is Alexandra Verbanschitz. She's a student and she comes from Graz.
And Miss Bahamas
is Natasha Roll, and she's a clerk from Nassau.
Miss Barbados. Farida Kola is a secretary and she comes from Bridgetown.
Miss Belgium.
Daisy Van Kouwenberg, and she's a student from Linden.
Miss Belize.
This is Pauline Young. She's a draftswoman and she's from Belize City.
And Miss Bermuda
is Sophia Canonier, and she's a dancer from Warwick East.
Miss Bolivia.
Claudia Naza is a teacher and she comes from Santa Cruz.
Miss British Virgin Islands
is Nelda Farrington, and she's a research assistant from Tortola.
And Miss Bulgaria.
This is Sonia Vasileva. She's a singer and she comes from Varna.
Miss Canada
is Morgan Fox, and she's a receptionist from Richmond.
Miss Cayman Islands.
Melissa McTaggart is self-employed. She comes from Grand Cayman.
Miss Chile
is Maria Aldunate, and she's a dress designer from Santiago.
Miss China Taiwan.
This is Yi Ning Wu. She's a student and she comes from Taipei.
Miss Colombia
is Yasmin Oliveros, and she's a student from Bahia Solano.
Miss Cook Islands.
This is Annie Wigmore. She's a clerk and she comes from Titicaca.
Miss Costa Rica
is Virginia Steinverth, and she's a student from San Jose.
Miss Curacao.
Anushka Kova is a student and she lives in Willemstad.
And Miss Cyprus
is Aphrodite Theophanos, and she's a sales assistant from Paphos.
Miss Denmark.
Suzanne Johansson is a student and she comes from Copenhagen.
Miss Dominican Republic.
Maria Martinez, a student, and she's from Santo Domingo.
Miss Ecuador.
And Cristina Lopez is a student. She comes from Guayaquil.
Miss Egypt.
Dina El Nagar is a student, and she's from Gizeh.
Miss El Salvador.
Carla Hasbun is a student and she comes from San Salvador.
Miss Finland
is Nina Anderson, and she's a fashion model from Lahti.
And Miss France.
Claudia Fritolini is a ground stewardess. She comes from Ilzach.
Miss Germany
is Katja Munch, and she's a student from Frankfurt.
Miss Ghana.
Guiyo Amoa is a student. She comes from the Volta region.
Miss Gibraltar
is Tatiana de Soisa, a marketing consultant, and she's from Gibraltar.
And Miss Greece.
Ariadne Malona is a student. She comes from Crete.
Miss Guam
is Rita May Pangelinan, and she's a consumer sales representative from Windward Mills.
Miss Guatemala.
This is Mariluz Aguilar. She's a student and she comes from Guatemala City.
Miss Guyana.
Christina Jardim, and she's a student who comes from Georgetown.
Miss Holland.
Angela Vischer is a model and she lives near Rotterdam.
Miss Honduras.
Is Alina Diaz, a student from Choluteca.
Miss Hong Kong.
Michelle Reese works in television and she comes from Kowloon.
Miss Iceland.
Is Linda Pietusdottir, a hotel receptionist, and she's from Bofna Fjordur.
And Miss India.
Anuradna Kotur, she's an interior design and a fashion model. She comes from Bombay.
Miss Ireland.
Is Colette Jackson, she's a fashion model from Coolock.
Miss Isle of Man.
Victoria O'D is a part-time model and she lives in Douglas.
Miss Israel.
Ganit Cohen, she's a student, and she comes from Tel Aviv.
Miss Italy.
Julia Gemmo is a student and she lives in Udine.
And Miss Jamaica.
Is Andrea Haynes, a student who comes from Kingston.
Miss Japan.
This is Kazumi Sakubo. She's a student and she comes from Kobe.
Miss Kenya.
Is Diana Naylor, and she's a tourist officer who comes from Mombasa.
Miss Republic of Korea.
Yeon-hee Choi is a sports commentator and she lives in Seoul.
And Miss Lebanon.
Is Silvana Samaha, a student from Beirut.
Miss Liberia.
This is Ollie White. She's a student and she comes from Nimba.
Miss Luxembourg.
Is Chantal Schanbacher, and she's in the family hotel business in Algiers.
Miss Macau.
Helena Lowe Branco is a secretary and she comes from the city of Macau.
Miss Malaysia.
Is Sue Choi Foon Wong, and she's in sales in Penang.
Miss Malta.
Josette Camilleri is a computer machine operator and she lives in Maza.
Miss Mauritius.
Is Veronique Ash, a student who hails from Beaubassin.
Miss Mexico.
Cecilia Cervera is a student and she lives in Mexico City.
Miss New Zealand.
Is Lisa Corban, she's a dentist assistant and comes from Waikato.
Miss Nigeria.
This is Omasan Bua. She's a student and she comes from Wari.
Miss Norway.
Is Rita Paulson, and she's a saleswoman from Mirvoll near Oslo.
And Miss Papua New Guinea.
Erua Taino is a sales representative from Port Moresby.
Miss Paraguay.
Is Maria Jose Miranda, she's a student from Asuncion.
Miss Peru.
This is Martha Kayak. She's a psychology student and she lives in Lima.
Miss Philippines.
Is Dana Navades, and she's a student from Manila.
Miss Poland.
This is Joanna Kapinska. She's a student and she comes from Szczecin.
Miss Portugal.
Is Helena Laureano, and she's a model who hails from Sisimbra.
Miss St. Kitts and Nevis.
Haley Cassius is a clerk and she lives in Newtown.
And Miss Sierra Leone.
Is Tiwila Ojukutu, and she's a receptionist from Freetown.
Miss Singapore.
That's Sarah Teo. She's an auditor and of course she lives in Singapore.
Miss Spain.
Is Susana de la Llave, and she's a public relations officer who comes from Figueras.
Miss Sri Lanka.
Michelle Coyle-Mayer is a student and she comes from Colombo.
Miss Swaziland.
Thandeka Magagula is a student, and she comes from Manzini.
Miss Sweden
This is Cecilia Horberg. She's a model and she lives in Gothenburg.
and Miss Switzerland.
Is Karina Berger, and she's a photographic model who comes from Zurich.
Miss Thailand.
Thavipon Hunslip is a student and she lives in Bangkok.
Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
Is Wendy J.Q. Batiste, and she's a student from Aruca.
Miss Republic of Turkey.
This is Ezra Suma. She's a model and she comes from Istanbul.
Miss Turks and Caicos.
Is Doreen Dickinson, and she's a secretary who comes from Palm Grove.
Miss Uganda.
Nazma Yamal Mohammed is a trainee secretary and she lives in Entebbe.
Miss United Kingdom.
Is Kirsty Roper, and she's a student who hails from Staffordshire.
Miss United States of America.
This is Diana Magana. She's a student and she comes from Palos Verdes.
Miss Uruguay.
Is Giselle Silva, and she's a student who comes from Montevideo.
Miss Venezuela.
Is Emma Rabe. She's a model and she lives in La Guira.
Miss Western Samoa.
Is Noah Noah Hill, and she's a student who hails from Apia.
And finally, Miss Yugoslavia.
Susanna Zunica is a student and she lives in Split.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts for the evening, Peter Marshall and Alexandra Bastido.
Thank you very much indeed, and a very big welcome to the Royal Albert Hall in London for the 38th Miss World contest.
Yes, tonight London welcomes the world's representatives of international beauty, and we in turn welcome all those viewers from overseas who are with us tonight. Bienvenidos, bienvenue, benvenuti, willkommen and yorkoso.
Chinese?
Japanese.
So, believe it or not, you've already seen the girl who will wear the Miss World crown, because Miss World 1988 is amongst this constellation of 84 lovelies who've flown in from all 5 continents to be with us.
From the East and from the West, from the first and third worlds, they are all here tonight to vie for the most prestigious title in international beauty, the Miss World crown, and the top shop trophies that go with that title. Our guest artists are also from opposite sides of the world, from Korea, that hit group from the Seoul Olympics, Koreana, and from the United States of America, Donny Osmond.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yes. It's a very popular choice. Well, of course, apart from crowning Miss World, our judges will also be choosing the most beautiful girl from each continent, thereby electing our 5 continental queens of beauty. But their most important task here tonight is to select 10 girls to go through to our semi-final round, then 5 finalists from whom Miss World will be chosen. Now, one of the judges will represent you, the viewers, because by means of your telephone votes, your choice of the semi-finalists to be Miss World will be recorded.
To help us find the winner, we've brought in a computer. It doesn't exactly judge, but it does help us to monitor the judges' scores, which in the first round we will share with you.
Now, each of the 84 contestants can be awarded 4, 3, or 2 points by each of our 9 judges, giving them a maximum of 36 or a minimum of 18 points, which means that our 10 highest-placed girls will obviously become our 10 semi-finalists.
You now have the opportunity to briefly assess the 84 contestants and to look for your particular favorite, because we're going to ask you, the UK viewers, to join with us in selecting the new Miss World from the 10 semi-finalists picked
by our judges, and whose first round marks will appear on your screen.
Yes, it's back to the Costa del Sol for the swimwear section. And it's a warm welcome to all of our contestants. Well, here's Kathy May Sitaram. She is Miss American Virgin Islands. This is Puerto Banús. And here's Gabriela Madeira, Miss Argentina. On the beach is Catherine Bushell. She's Miss Australia. Alexandra Verbanschitz is Miss Austria. And here's Natasha Roll. She's Miss Bahamas. Farida Kula is Miss Barbados. And Daisy van Carpenberg, she's Miss Belgium. Golf and beauty contestants? Well, why not? Here's Pauline Young, Miss Belize. Sophia Canonier is Miss Bermuda. And all at sea you'll find Claudia Nazar, Miss Bolivia. Nelda Farrington is Miss British Virgin Islands. This is Sonia Vasileva, Miss Bulgaria. And here's Morgan Fox. She's Miss Canada. This is Melissa McTaggart. She's Miss Cayman Islands. Maria Aldunate is Miss Chile. And this is Yi Ning Wu. She's Miss China Taiwan. Here's Yasmin Oliveros. She's Miss Colombia. And Annie Whitmore is Miss Cook Islands. Virginia Steinborth is Miss Costa Rica. And Anushka Kova, well, she's Miss Curacao. This is Aphrodite Theophanous. She's Miss Cyprus. Suzanne Johansson is Miss Denmark. And Maria Martinez is Miss Dominican Republic. This is Cristina Lopez, Miss Ecuador. And Dina El Naga is Miss Egypt. Well, here you have Carla Hasbun. She's Miss El Salvador. And Nina Anderson is Miss Finland. Claudia Frittolini is Miss France. And this is Katja Munch, Miss Germany. Zitsu Amoa is Miss Ghana. And Tatiana de Souza is Miss Gibraltar. This is Ariadne Milona. She's Miss Greece. And here's Rita May Pangalinan, Miss Guam. Mariluz Aguila is Miss Guatemala. And this is Cristina Jardim, Miss Guyana. This is Angela Visser. She's Miss Holland. And Alina Diaz is Miss Honduras. Now it's Michelle Reese, Miss Hong Kong. And this is Linda Pertter's daughter, Miss Iceland. Now we have Anuradha Couture, Miss India. And this is Colette Jackson, Miss Ireland. Victoria O'Day is Miss Isle of Man. And Janet Cohen is Miss Israel. Here's Julia Gemmo. She's Miss Italy. And this is Andrea Haynes, Miss Jamaica. Kazumi Sakikubo is Miss Japan. And Diana Naylor is Miss Kenya. Here's Yeon-hee Choi. She's Miss Republic of Korea. And Silvana Samaha is Miss Lebanon. This is Ollie White. She's Miss Liberia. And Chantal Schanbacher is Miss Luxembourg. Here's Helena Lobranco, Miss Macau. And Sue Choi Fun Wong is Miss Malaysia. This is Josette Camilleri, Miss Malta. And here's Veronique Ash, Miss Mauritius. This is Cecilia Cervera, Miss Mexico. And here's Lisa Corban, Miss New Zealand. Omasan Luwa is Miss Nigeria. This is Rita Paulson. She's Miss Norway. And here's Arue Tono, Miss Papua New Guinea. Maria Jose Miranda is Miss Paraguay. Martha Kayak is Miss Peru. And Dana Navades is Miss Philippines. This is Joanna Kapinska, Miss Poland. And Helena Laureano is Miss Portugal. This is Hayley Cassius. She's Miss St. Kitts and Nevis. And Tewila Ojikutu is Miss Sierra Leone. This is Sarah Teo. She's Miss Singapore. This is Susana de la Lave. She's Miss Spain. Michelle Kohlmeyer is Miss Sri Lanka. Thandeka Magagula is Miss Swaziland. Here's Cecilia Horberg. She is Miss Sweden. Karina Berger is Miss Switzerland. This is Thaviporn Hunslip. She's Miss Thailand. And Wendy Baptiste is Miss Trinidad and Tobago. This is Ezra Suma. She's Miss Republic of Turkey. And here's Doreen Dickinson, Miss Turks and Caicos. Nazma Yamal Mohammed is Miss Uganda. And Kirsty Roper is Miss United Kingdom. This is Diana Magana, Miss United States of America. And here's Giselle Silva. She's Miss Uruguay. Emma Rabi is Miss Venezuela. And Noah Hill is Miss Western Samoa. And finally, Susanna Zunic is Miss Yugoslavia. And those are all of the Miss World contestants. Ladies and gentlemen, the 10 Miss World semi-finalists.
Miss Australia. Is Catherine Bushell. Miss Austria. Is Alexandra Verbanschitz. Miss Iceland. Is Linda Pettersdottir. Miss Korea. Is Yeon Hae Choi. Miss Norway. Is Rita Carlson. Miss Spain. Is Susana de la Llave. Miss Sweden. Is Cecilia Horbeck. Miss United Kingdom. Is Kirsty Roper. Miss United States of America. Is Diana Magana. And finally, our last semi-finalist, Miss Venezuela. Emma Rabe. Now please, will you all show your appreciation for all the contestants?
Yes, they all look like winners to me. Well, now it's time to meet our panel of judges. The destiny of the Miss World crown and the prizes totaling £30,000 that go with it is entirely in their hands. Judge number 1, President of the Tourist Promotion Board of Costa del Sol, Angelo Carazo. Judge number 2 was medical student Rita Perea when she became Miss World in 1966. It's a pleasure to welcome back Dr. Rita Powell. Judge number 3, Chairman of the Kimber Group of Hairdressing Companies, hairdresser extraordinaire James Kimber. Judge number 4, former Miss Kenya and Queen of Beauty, now top fashion model Khadija. Judge number 5 and chairman of the panel who will register your telephone votes, Eric Morley. Well, judge number 6 was responsible for the fabulous wedding dress of the Duchess of York, top dress designer Linka Chirac. Judge number 7, promotion director of the Burton Group, Richard Birchnell. Judge number 8, Miss World in 1980, Kimberly Santos. And judge number 9, Managing Director of Walters International Computers, Rob Brandt.
The judges now have the opportunity to assess the character and personality of each of our semi-finalists as they parade in their own choice of evening wear and talk to Peter and myself. We'll be reminding you of that all-important telephone number if you wish to record your vote. And remember, only one vote, and the old marks will not be carried forward. So starting with a clean slate, please welcome the first of our 10 semi-finalists.
And that is Miss Australia. And I'm saying good day to Catherine Bushell. Catherine, you can trace your ancestry right back to the beginning, can't you?
That's right. Being Australia's bicentennial year, it's very exciting because our family's a First Fleet family. So it's very exciting in Australia at the moment.
So in fact, it's fair to say you come from rogues and vagabonds, yeah?
No, not quite. No, we come from a teacher who actually taught the convicts. So we're not quite with the convicts.
It's a pleasure to have you here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation for Miss Australia. Thank you, Catherine.
Austria, Alexandra Verbanschitz. Alexandra, I believe you're very talented musically, and in fact you're attending the Gymnasium for Music in Graz. When did you first find out you were talented, and what are you playing? How are you talented musically?
Now I found out that I have a talent in music in my childhood, you know. My father's musician, the father Lyons is musician, and it should be logical that I'm a musician too, but I fight against, but I lost the fight, and I love the music and I want to become a musician.
Thank you very much, Miss Austria.
Third semi-finalist, Miss Iceland. Hetty's daughter, tell me what you do in Iceland.
I'm a student.
And what are you studying and why?
I study languages, Icelandic, English, Danish, German, and I just started to take French.
And what would you like to do when you've finished your studies?
I'm not sure, but I would probably like to be a translator.
Well, this is a good experience because you're meeting lots of girls and we're meeting you. Thank you very much indeed, Miss Iceland. Thank you.
Miss Korea, Yeonhae Choi. Now, fortunately for me, Yeon does actually speak English. Yeon, what were you doing before you won Miss Korea?
Now I'm a university student and senior, yes.
And you said to me you were very busy as Miss Korea. What have you been doing?
For 1 year, I worked on TV program, sports reporters, and before I came here, also I'm working singing programs presenter. Yes.
Very good. And a sports commentator too. Thank you very much, Miss Korea.
Our fifth semi-finalist, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Norway. Rita Paulsen, you have a very definite dream, haven't you?
Yes, I do. I want to be an actress.
Why is that? Is there anyone you particularly admire, perhaps?
Well, yes, I do admire Michael J. Fox, I do.
Right, but you're not going to model yourself on him. Now tell me what else you do.
Well, for the 2 last years, I have been studying in San Diego, California. And besides that, I do some modeling, and I have been doing some acting. And
In fact, you've been quite a busy lady. We haven't got any more time to talk, but thank you very much indeed, Miss Norway.
Miss Spain, Susana de la Llave. Susana, what are you doing at the moment? ¿Qué cosa está haciendo en este momento como trabajo?
Trabajo de relaciones públicas en un casino y de vez en cuando como modelo.
She's studying to be, she's working in public relations in a casino and is hoping to be a model. Y a los años 50, when you're 50, ¿qué cosa será?
¿Cómo?
A los años 50, cuando tienes 50 años de edad, ¿qué harás?
Quiero prepararme como mujer con mucho espíritu, con muchas ganas y ser una gran madre.
She wants to prepare herself in every aspect as a woman and to be a good mother. Gracias, Susana. Thank you, Miss Faye.
Please greet our next semi-finalist, Miss Sweden. Cecilia Horberg. Cecilia, you lead a very glamorous life, don't you?
No, not really. Why?
You're a model.
No, that's not that glamorous.
Really? You think not?
No, I don't think so. It's a lot of work and there's many things behind that people don't think about.
Very hard work. But am I right in thinking you'd like to change your life and do something else?
Yes, I'm going to start in 1 or 2 years to continue my studies in economics.
Really? You want to be a businesswoman?
Yes.
I'm sure you'll succeed. Thank you very much indeed. Let's hear it from Miss Sweden.
Miss United Kingdom, Kirsty Roper. Kirsty, you won Miss United Kingdom in August. What have you been doing since then?
I've been kept very busy. It's been fantastic. I've been going all around the UK and I've done quite a bit of charity work, and most of all, I've really enjoyed myself.
And have you had any time for singing? Because as I understand it, you're quite a talented singer.
Well, yes, I have. I took part in the talent competition. I don't think I'm quite up to Whitney Houston standards, but I'd like to further a career in singing.
Thank you very much, Kirsty Roper, Miss United Kingdom.
Our penultimate semi-finalist, Miss United States of America. That Diana Magana is a student studying what and why, Diana?
I'm studying communications with a minor in business. I'm majoring in public relations because I've been fortunate enough to work with some American and Japanese companies who want to promote their products within the Hispanic community. I speak Spanish, so therefore I was fortunate enough to do that.
That's wonderful. You also, you study in LA, yeah?
Yes, I study at the University of Southern California in downtown Los Angeles.
It's not as violent a place as we think, is it?
Oh, no, not at all. No, no. There's very, very many friendly people, and as long as you're a student and stay within your surroundings, you're safe.
We're glad you're here tonight. Thank you, Miss United States of America.
Miss Venezuela, Emma Rabe. Emma, you're a student. What are you studying at the moment?
Estoy estudiando medicina. Quisiera ser una buena pediatra en el futuro.
She's studying medicine, and she does actually speak English, but she's not going to this evening. Try and speak in English. Y después, ¿qué cosa quieres hacer? What do you want to do later?
You want me to speak in English? Yes? Okay. Well, it's the same. I want to be a good pediatrician in my future because I like the children. I do a volunteer work for the National Nutritional Institute, and it's the thing that I like to do, and you have to do everything that you like to do in the future.
Thank you very much, Miss Venezuela.
Well, now it's time to welcome an extra special guest this evening. Believe it or not, he's been in television for about 25 years, and he looks even younger, a bit like myself. He's got a brand new single out. You'll love it. It's called If It's Love That You Want. It's zooming up the charts. The album is to follow. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome for American singing star Donny Osmond.
Now, you still have time to vote for your particular favorite, but remember, poise and personality, as well as beauty, are all essential ingredients for any potential Miss World. Now, with the judges looking for just 5 finalists, it's time to continue with the swimwear parade.
Now please welcome first semi-finalist, Miss Australia. Yes, this is Catherine Bushell. She's 21 years of age and 5 feet 8 inches tall. I can tell you that Catherine is a fashion model and she comes from Sydney. This is Catherine Bushell. She is Miss Australia. Please welcome Miss Austria. In the shape of Alexandra Revanchit, 21 years of age. Well, Alexandra is 5 feet 8 inches tall, and she's studying at Music High School. Hometown of Graz, this is Alexandra Revanchit. She is Miss Austria. Let's say hello to Miss Iceland. This is Linda Pettersdottir, and she's 18 years of age and 5 feet 7 inches tall. Well, Linda can say hello in lots of languages. She's a student of them. And Vopnafjada is where she's from. This is Linda Pettersdottir, Miss Iceland. Let's hear it for Miss Republic of Korea. Here's Yeon Hee Choi. She's 22 years of age and 5 feet 7 inches in height. Well, she's a sports commentator. Hometown is Seoul. Yeon Hee Choi is Miss Republic of Korea. Please welcome Miss Norway. Here's Rita Paulson, 21 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall. Studying business, she tells me, and comes from Marvoll near Oslo. Here's Rita Paulson. She is Miss Norway. Will you please welcome Miss Spain? Well, Susana de la Lave is 19 years of age and 5 feet 9 inches in height. She works in public relations, and Figueras is where she comes from. This is Susana de la Lave. She is Miss Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sweden. Cecilia Horberg, 22 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall, and Cecilia is a model. Her hometown is Gothenburg, by the way. This is Cecilia Horberg. She is Miss Sweden. Will you welcome Miss United Kingdom? Kirsty Roper, just 17 years old and 5 feet 5 inches tall. She's a student, and Kirsty's from Staffordshire. This is Kirsty Roper. She is Miss United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss United States of America. Yes, here's Diana Magana, 23 years old, 5 feet 10 inches tall. Well, Diana is a student, and she comes from Palos Verdes. This is Diana Magana, Miss United States of America. And finally, welcome Miss Venezuela. Emma Rabi, 19 years old, 5 feet 9 inches tall. Emma, by the way, is a model. She's from La Guera. Well, here we are, final look then at Miss Venezuela, an appropriate moment to gather all of our 10 semi-finalists. So ladies, if you please. From these 10 international beauties, just 5 will be chosen for the final round. Now, your telephone vote could have an effect upon that decision. The lines are closing now, so if you haven't voted yet, please do so. We'll be back in just a few moments to announce those finalists. We've the singing sensation of the Seoul Olympics, Koreana, singing their great hit Hand in Hand, and of course, the crowning of the new Miss World. Stay with us. Well, welcome back to the Royal Albert Hall and the contest for the Miss World crown. Now, there is another side to the Miss World organization. It has a theme, very simple theme, beauty with a purpose. And that purpose is to raise as much money as possible with the help of Variety Club for children's charities, and in particular for underprivileged children around the world. We're now going to meet 2 ambassadors who travel many, many thousands of miles for that cause. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please greet Miss World 1987, Ulla Weigersdorfer, and International President, Julia Morley.
Julia and Ulla, I understand you've had a very exciting year traveling around the world on behalf of Beauty with a Purpose. Can you tell me about some of the highlights?
There have been many, but one particular one for me was in Guatemala, to see the people there building their first hospital for children. And of course, Poland, I'll never forget the wonderful welcome we had. But I know Ulla has some marvelous memories too.
Ulla, what's your favorite moment or moments?
Well, probably one of the most exciting moments for me was the children party in Taipei. We had a big party with about 1,000 children without parents. And it will ever be in my mind. It was marvelous.
Very rewarding work. And what have you got lined up for the new Miss World, Julia?
Oh, a lot. She's going to visit the African continent. We're going across India. We'll be visiting many parts of Australia and, of course, Central Americas. And whoever wins will have to have a lot of stamina and a lot of discipline.
And Ulla, what advice do you have for the new Miss World?
I think the best thing is she should enjoy it as much as I did, and I wish her all the best.
Thank you very much, Ulla Weigersdorfer. Please will you all show your appreciation for the reigning Miss World.
Well, while we've been learning something of the role the new Miss World will have to play, our judges, in conjunction with the computer, have been confirming the 5 finalists. Now, your final telephone votes will appear with each of the contestants as they parade, so it'll become apparent fairly quickly who you, the viewers, think should be Miss World, but I wonder how that choice will fare with our judges. Well, we're going to meet the girls once more and set them a very simple task. In about 20 seconds or thereabout, we'd like them to tell us something about their countries. I know that Alex, she is on hand to help me out. I'll probably need help. Would you please welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, the first finalist tonight, who is Miss Republic of Korea. Come and join me, Yon. Yon Hee-choi. Yon, tell me a little about the Republic of Korea.
Yeah, I want to see you beautiful mountains and natural mountains and delicious food and clear and very tidy and streets. Yes, and families, relationships. I want to see you.
Well, you've said enough, I think. I'm going. Thank you very much indeed. Miss Korea. Come on, let's hear it. Our next finalist, ladies and gentlemen, Miss United Kingdom. Kirsty Roper, a Staffordshire lass, but let's tell the world about the United Kingdom.
Well, to anybody visiting the UK, I think London town is a must because of its magnificent architectural heritage and also the entertainment. I just hope it doesn't rain.
You and me both. Thank you very much indeed, Miss United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, third finalist, Miss Venezuela. Emma Rabi. In English this time, Emma, tell me all about lovely Venezuela.
Well, everybody knows that Venezuela has a beautiful beaches, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about something that's very important, very interesting for my country. We have a lot of theater and museum. We have a children museum where the children can play and learn at the same time. But you only have to remember something, but that Venezuela is a country to love. That's this one.
You're right. Thank you, Miss Venezuela. Thanks, Emma. Ladies and gentlemen, just two more to go. Our next finalist, Miss Iceland. Linda Pettersdottir, tell me a little about Iceland, Linda.
Well, first of all, Iceland is a really healthy country. The air is very clean and the country itself. And we have the best fish in the world. And we have a president that we are really proud of. She's the first woman in the world to become a president, a woman. And
I think you've said enough. I think you've convinced us. Thank you very much indeed, Miss Iceland. Thank you. And now with Alex in hand, our last finalist, Miss Spain.
En pocas frases, ¿cómo es España?
España es muy rica en cultura y en historia y yo recomendaría que vinieran a visitar Costa del Sol porque para mí es muy grato que mis compañeras hayan compartido mi alegría en visitar esta tierra.
She says it's full of beautiful monuments and historical things, but also it's full of alegría, and she thinks you should all come over and find out about it. Thank you very much, Miss Spain.
And we wish them all the very best of luck.
Some months ago, 4 singers shared one of their nation's proudest moments when they sang their magnificent song Hand in Hand for the Seoul Olympics in Korea. They are now an international group going from strength to strength, and they've flown over here tonight especially to sing it for us. They are Kathy Lee, Mary Hong, Tommy Lee, and Jerry Lee. Koreana!
in the sky. We feel the beating of our hearts together.
And now the world awaits the new Miss World.
But firstly, to present the prizes on behalf of Topshop, please welcome Julia Morley.
Well, sadly, Alex, it's time for you and I to go.
Bukachi,
You're doing it to me again. What does that mean, Bukachi?
Chinese for it's been a pleasure.
Yep, it certainly has been a pleasure. But now, let's turn our attention to the man with all of the answers, chairman of the panel, ladies and gentlemen, Eric Morley.
Here are the 5 continental queens of beauty. Africa's Queen of Beauty is Miss Kenya. Queen of Beauty of the Americas is Miss Venezuela. Asia's Queen of Beauty is Miss Korea. Europe's Queen of Beauty is Miss Iceland. Oceania's Queen of Beauty is Miss Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, the 5 continental queens of beauty. I shall now announce the results in reverse order. The second runner-up is Miss United Kingdom.
Well, that's Kirsty Roper. She'll leave tonight with a cheque for £1,000. Second runner-up to Miss World.
First runner-up is Miss Korea.
Well, that's young Hee Choi. Just pipped at the post tonight, but there's consolation with a cheque for £2,000.
And Miss World 1988 is... Miss Iceland.
Well, here she is. Happiest girl in the world tonight. She has the scepter, she has the crown, prizes totaling £30,000, and of course, the world at her feet. Linda Pedersdotter. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Iceland is Miss World 1988.
Coach Lubbock can't believe his good fortune. It's his first day at school, and all the students are so very eager to please him. Could JR's incredible fib have anything to do with it? Just the 10 of us. Next on Global.